President Biden addressed the nation from the Oval Office on Sunday night, saying the failed assassination of former President Trump is forcing Americans to take a step back, and calling on all sides to cool down in politics. My fellow Americans, I want to speak to you tonight about the need for cooling in our politics, Biden said. Remember, although we may disagree, we are not enemies. We are neighbors, we are friends, colleagues, citizens, and most importantly, we are fellow Americans. We must unite together. He added that the attempt to assassinate Trump requires all of us to take a step back, reassess the current situation. Biden said he was grateful for Trump's good health, and said he keeps him and his family in my prayers. He also sent his deepest condolences to the family of Corey Comparator, who died while shielding his wife and daughters from bullets. The president has linked some recent political violence to Trump's assassination, alluding to the Capitol riot on January 6, 2021, the attack on former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband, plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer in 2020, and intimidating behavior against election officials. There is no place in America for this type of violence or any type of violence, ever, without exception, Biden said. The president emphasized that disagreement is inevitable in American democracy, and is part of human nature, but incidents like Saturday's shooting cannot be normalized. Quote. Politics should never be allowed to be a real battlefield, Biden said, heaven forbid, a killing ground. Trump was hit when multiple shots were fired toward the stage from an elevated position near the outdoor venue where he was holding a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, on Saturday. The bullet penetrated the upper part of his right ear before the former president was taken off the stage by secret agents. The assassin, identified as Thomas Matthew Crooks, 20, was killed by a Secret Service sniper shortly after he opened fire. But Crooks killed a spectator, Comparator, the former police chief in Buffalo Township, Pennsylvania. Authorities said 2 other people were seriously injured in the attack and that the FBI was investigating the shooting as an assassination. Tonight I want to talk about what we know. A former president was shot. An American citizen was killed simply for exercising his freedom to support the candidate of his choice, Biden continued. We cannot, we must not, go down this path in America. Biden said politics must be a forum for peaceful debate in pursuit of justice, making decisions guided by the Declaration of Independence and our Constitution. We stand for an America not of extremism and anger but of decency and grace, Biden said. We are all facing challenging times now as the election approaches. The more at stake, the more intense the passions become. Biden mentioned that the Republican National Convention will open on Monday in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I have no doubt they will criticize my record and offer their own vision for this country, Biden said. I'm going this week, making the case for our record and our vision, my vision, for our country, our vision. I will continue to speak out strongly for our democracy, as defending the Constitution and the rule of law, calling for action at the ballot box, not violence in our streets. That's how democracy should work. Biden said the parties need to resolve differences through voting, and called on Americans to escape isolation. Let us remember that here in the United States, our unity is the most elusive goal today, he said. Nothing is more important to us right now than being united with each other. We can do this. Biden urged Americans to never forget who you are. The Oval Office speech was Biden's second chance to talk about Trump's assassination on Sunday. Earlier in the day, he said he spoke with Trump on Saturday night and that the rivals had a short but good conversation. In an afternoon speech from the Roosevelt Room at the White House, Biden pledged to ensure the U.S. Secret Service provides Trump with all the resources, capabilities and protections necessary to ensure the safety of the United States. Continue for you. Biden also said he had directed the head of the Secret Service to review all security measures for the Republican National Convention, scheduled to open tomorrow. Biden said he was directing an independent review of the security at yesterday's rally to assess exactly what happened, and we will also share the results of the independent review. Establish that with the American people. Biden's campaign announced Saturday night that it would pause all outside communications and take down campaign ads targeting Trump. The campaign is in the midst of a $50 million advertising campaign this month, with spots running in all the key battleground states.